What's going on, guys? Q here, and what you're going to be watching today in the background is some free-for-all on Freight that I recorded the other day. We're going to be talking about my first impressions of Ghost. And just so you know, before we get into this, guys, this is 100% my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with this whatsoever. Be sure to leave what you think of Ghost if you've got the chance to play it yet in the comments below. So, starting off, I'm going to start off with my likes. I like the game in general. Like, it feels great. It has a really good engine and really good hit detection. And I think it just runs really smoothly. I always feel that with like any IW game. That seems to be the case. MW3, I always felt that. You know, that's just kind of like a trademark for IW, I think. The graphics are, of course, way better. That should be obvious just because it's a newer game. I really like the color scheme they got going on here, though. Like, I know in MW3 sometimes I got to looking at the maps, and most of the maps were really dull and bland. There are some on this game like that are kind of like that, like Tremors. It's kind of dark, but that's just the one map. I mean, most of them have quite a bit of color to them and everything. Like Strike Zone, it has quite a bit of color. I like it. Another thing I really like about the game is the new slide and lean features. If you guys haven't got to use those yet and you have the game, you should really start testing them out. Like, I'm still working on like incorporating that into my playstyle and trying to remember to use them a lot. And so I'll find myself just sliding around randomly sometimes, just trying to get used to the feel of it. But I do like it. It mixes up the game quite a bit, I feel. And I don't know. It's kind of like whenever they introduced the Dolphin Dive into Black Ops 1, everybody liked it and they wanted to see it return, so I hope it returns in the next game as well for IW. Now, I'm going to start talking about some of the things I dislike about the game. The map designs, there are a few maps I really like. I like Strike Zone, I like Freight. Prison Break's okay, those are the ones that are coming to mind right now. Anyways, but a lot of the maps, for example, like Overlord, it's just huge. It's just too big, and I always find that I'm like wandering around trying to find people half the time, and sometimes like whenever you're playing cranked, I'll literally go a whole minute without seeing somebody, and then of course if you are cranked, you're gonna blow up by then anyway, so it's not even gonna matter. So. For especially like game types like Crank, that really just sucks because you're gonna die and there's nothing you can really do about it. Even if you are running around the map looking for somebody, going to choke points where there should be people and you just can't find anybody. And another thing that I don't really like about the maps is that they're kind of like cluttered, would be a good word, I'd say. I mean, there's just like a lot of unnecessary things that they make the map look cool, but they're not really necessary, and it's hard to see people sometimes, and I don't know if I'm the only person that's noticed this. I mean, it just kind of seems like there's like trash just kind of like laying around unnecessarily. Like on Tremors, there's a lot of this, like just random things that I feel like get in the way sometimes, and that don't really make sense for the map flow. I don't know, maybe it's just that I just don't know the maps as well yet, because I also feel like they're kind of complex, like way more complex. Like Flooded has the multi-levels where you can drop down on people, which, I mean, it's fun and everything, but sometimes you just kind of like, I don't know, I would never feel safe half the time, because even if like I'm in a building, I feel like I'm going to get shot from 6 different directions, and it sucks. Especially if you're playing with a team that's not that great. Another thing I don't really like is the health. You die way too fast. I've been hearing a lot of people complaining about this, so I hope that gets fixed. I mean, I don't think it's going to be hard for them to do a health buff or nerf all the guns. I would assume that buffing the health would be a lot more feasible. And then, last thing I don't really like about the game are the spawns. I feel like they're random half the time. I feel like if even one person on your team pushes the other team's spawn in any way, they're just gonna flip out and go everywhere. Like the spawns are gonna be everywhere, and then half the time you'll spawn. Like I've literally had spawns where I will spawn 5 feet away from another person, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Like, we'll spawn like 5 feet away from each other, and I don't know if, I guess I just need to stop expecting that I'm gonna get a good spawn, and then I'll be more careful. But sometimes it's kind of ridiculous. Like, you can't help it. You're gonna die. You're just gonna get spawn killed, so it sucks. Overall, I really do like the game, and I feel like it's one of the best Call of Duties ever. Although I still feel like I like Black Ops 2 better, just because, I don't know, the feel of it was pretty nice. There's a lot. That'd be like a whole nother video, really. With some patches, though, I feel like this would be a way better game, like way better than any Call of Duty. And maybe some better maps in the DLC in the future. Anyways, guys, this gameplay is coming to a close. Like I said, these are just my opinions, so be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you liked the video by giving it a like and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.